All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media, fastest 15 minutes anywhere, fast. Just we do it fast because, well, I won't tell y'all why we only do 15 minutes. I'll tell y'all one day, but not today. Today is not that day. Anyway, so I'm back with my man again. I got to keep talking about this because this is like my entire career in radio and television. Was like a lot of it was focused on the fact of the musical content that we were playing. And the last time I was talking about how the owners of the stations that I worked at, a lot of them ended up selling their radio stations or changing the formats of their radio stations because of the musical content. And I know this to be true for at least 3 owners that I work for. So, and I will say this too, and I want to throw this in as a caveat. I want to throw this in and say, look, and I really didn't work for that many Caucasian companies. In fact, the one of the jobs that I had, I only really worked for one Caucasian company, and then I kept working for my own people because I was always like that. I was always kind of a militant, and I still am, because I just feel like we need to do our own thing, and that's why I do this show. I do this show because I don't need somebody else's opinion because I got my own, because I'm educated. I'm an educated black man. All right, no matter what y'all think or what y'all say or whatever, I got college degrees, and so that's one of the things that irks me is because we constantly get caught up in the entertainment and in the hype and everything else, as opposed to taking on serious problems or taking on serious issues, and so that's a problem to me. And I think that that's a problem inside of the African American community, is the fact that we are not serious. And when people start talking about, Africans, people from Africa don't like us. The reason why they don't like us is because we don't take too much stuff seriously. Everything is dancing and singing, laughing and joking, having a good time, whatever. And most of the people that, or even on the internet, most of the stuff that's on the internet is what we call in television softball. Is softball stuff. It's like, oh yeah, here I am sitting here with my boy, what's up, man, I'm here with the dude that, they made this rap or made this, and that is a problem. Even when we do things like for reparations, who do they get? They get rappers and actors and stuff like that to go up there and to speak on behalf of the black community. And very rarely do they ever get black scholars. And I'm not talking about the usual talking heads. I'm talking about black scholars. We got black scholars. We have people that take things like economics and all of those things, but they are not exposed to the masses because they don't want our intelligence. What they want is our ignorance. So as long as I'm not putting anybody down or anything, but I'm just telling you that is the way that the system is set up to work. Okay, so this young brother D1 Music, D1, and like I said, I'm not 100% on board with all the religion, with all the, the Christianity stuff and all the religion stuff, but I am 100% on board with the fact that the content that is in the music is affecting our society. If you go into it, at the time, for example, at the time that Tupac and Biggie, quote unquote, were having their beef, which was basically what? And it was made up by the record companies. That beef, that whole thing, they were actually, as far as I knew, and as far as, being somebody that was in the industry, as far as I knew, those guys were friends. And the beef was created by the record companies In order to do what? In order to sell records, East Coast, West Coast, all of that. What, how is, and I always said that, how is one black man angry at another black man when we both had the same circumstances and we both had the same infrastructure that we're fighting against? We both have the same stuff that we're fighting against. We're fighting, trying to stay out of jail and out of the cemetery. And that's what's going on. And it's still going on to this day, because the biggest thing that everything, even stuff like the versus battles and stuff like that, even though they're kinder, gentler stuff, is still trying to pit us against one another, in an artistic form, right? And it's wrong. And if you went and you checked in all those guys in prison, there was a bunch of those guys that were what? They were trying to live like Tupac, thug life. You can't deny that. I'm not saying that Tupac wasn't a great artist and that he wasn't talented or anything like that, but they used the brother. He was used. He was used in order to try to corral guys, and that's why I always talk about the Pied Pipers. They're the Pied Pipers. They're the guys that they put out there, and they put it for, because everything on the radio or on the television is paid for. If when you see these people that got millions of views and millions of followers and everything like that, that's all paid for. Because you don't really know. How do you know? Just like I don't know how many, like I look on there like, okay, yeah, I ain't got that many people, but then when I go, sometimes I go, oh yeah, man, I see you on, but they said I only had 50 views on that video or whatever. And then the other thing is, and why they still go through my videos to this day, and they still ban them and take them down and do all kinds of stuff. So I know that these things that I'm saying are true. The algorithms and everything, they are not in favor of people that ain't got a whole bunch of money, or that are not espousing a view that is going to be detrimental to the underclass or the lower part of the middle class. That's what they're trying to do. So they want to put stuff out there constantly. And like I said, I worked in the media all my life. I got my first radio job at 14 years old. So I'm not new to this game. I'm not new to it. I'm true to it though. And I've worked in radio, I've worked in television, I've worked in movies, I've done all kinds of stuff, right? And I've had a okay career. I didn't get like super rich, but you know why I didn't get super rich? Because I wouldn't sell out. Same thing when I started into ministry, and I got degrees in ministry and theology and stuff like that. And when I started into that, see, they don't want you to tell people the truth about religion. They just want you to keep on reciting the same old stuff, and then they'll push, because anybody that's telling you a lie or anybody that's convoluting the truth, they'll push out there quickly. Or just like they don't mind. Why you think prosperity ministry gets out there? Because they know you ain't never gonna get rich. I could go out there. How many people go in some of these huge congregations? The only person that's rich in there is the pastor and a few select people that's inside of the ministry. Everybody else is just another clog in the machine. And I worked in 3 of the largest denominations, or the largest churches in the United States. Period. They sent me around. They sent me around the world, evangelizing and stuff like that. But I wouldn't bite, the lie thing. I wouldn't go for it, because I'm not going to tell you something is a lie Or I'm not going to tell you something that's true when it's a lie. Because I feel more endeared to my soul. Like I got to live with me. I got when I leave here and I meet my creator and I meet my maker, then I got to be okay with me. Right? And all the money in the world that I make while I'm here, what difference will it make? Like, once again, never seen no Brinks truck in a funeral procession. You know, nobody walks out the morgue with a bag. Nobody walks out the morgue with a bag. It's true. So that's why we keep saying, that's why what this young brother is doing is, you know, and he's been calling out like the Rick Rosses and the Meek Mills and the, you know, all of these big time, you know, names in the rap game. And look, and guys are still dying. These young guys are dying. And these 360 deals, that's another thing. You know, they got y'all signing these deals. The deal is to kill you. Because at the end of the deal, the big payoff is what? The big payoff at the end of the deal is the insurance policy. It ain't you selling 1 million records. And now with the streaming and all of that kind of stuff, what do you need a record company for? Because you need them to pay that money to get you out there so that you can be famous. So you need them so you can pay to play. And that's what they do. And I never forget, and I keep on bringing this up to people, and I'm like, man, I was like sitting up there, and I guess it was Method Man was doing he was in one of those interviews or whatever, and he was like, man, where are these young cats getting all this money? You know, because I mean, seriously, like I saw all kinds of artists come through. And I never seen no guys to have as much money as these guys have, you know, and it'd be like, okay, you know, the only people that got that kind of money was like a dude like Michael Jackson or, you know, or Prince or somebody like that might get that kind of money up front, you know, to do an album. But where's the money? And then even if I give you that much money, how are you going to recoup all of that money? How is that money going to come back in? And the way it's coming back in is through those insurance policies, because you're worth more to me dead than you are alive because I got a life insurance policy on you. So the music is dangerous, and it promotes misogyny. It promotes the whole culture, you know, the whole bitches and hoes, the twerking and all that. That's what it's all about. Because nobody like that is going to be able to put a dent into the real financial and economic culture. Because even if you get a whole bunch of money twerking or you get a whole bunch of money thugging out or doing whatever you're doing, it still ain't no money. Kanye West has $6 billion. Guess what? Kanye West ain't got no money compared to like a Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Berkowitz or any of these people. I'm telling you, they got triple, you know, the Walton family that owns Walmart. They got triple digit billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. So we got to wake up and start to realize that we need to start tackling tougher issues that affect our community and stop always wanting to have, you know, ain't nothing wrong with having fun. I'm a fun-loving person. I love to have fun. But we also got to realize that before we have fun, we got to, you know, just like, look, Magic Johnson just got certified as a billionaire. Magic Johnson that had all these different businesses and all that kind of stuff all that time. And that's what I'm trying to say. We gotta start focusing in on real economics, and not just this, you know, this play game economics or this street economics, this, you know, drug dealing, you know, rapping, all that. And look, and even the rappers that are billionaires, all right, the Rihannas and the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and the entertainers that we have out there, the Kanye's and all of that, they didn't get their money from music. They got their money through business. Rihanna through makeup and whatever. Jay-Z basically through clothing lines, and the same thing with Kanye and Beyonce. So think about it. Anyway, Fastest 15 Minutes is up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to keep talking about this. Not going to finish. Not finished yet. Love you.